Showtime.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Man, guys, I do apologize for being out for the last few days, man. I was sick. I'm still sick right now at this moment. I was heavily congested. I could barely breathe, but I wasn't going to let anything stop me. You know, this is the last day of the year, guys, and I wanted to spend some time with you guys and basically going forward, talking about the things that we're going to be doing as far as, the live streams, guys. We're gonna be doing 9:15. I'm gonna be doing 4 hours a day. We're gonna be working on the small account challenge, and not only the small account challenge, we're also gonna be going over the boot camp lessons to help us bet ourselves as traders. Whatever mistakes we're making in 2025, we want to definitely bet ourselves going into 2026. So we're gonna be doing a small account challenge. We're gonna be again going over thought processes, entries, exits. What's stopping you from becoming a great trader? What are your flaws? What are your weaknesses? What are the things that's holding you back as a trader? And as we're doing on the small account challenge, we're gonna go over everything, guys. Your patience, your entries, your exits, understanding the chart patterns, understanding when to get into a trade, when not to get into a trade. And we're gonna do a lot of these things, guys, because we don't want to take 2025's problems into 2026. We want to be better traders, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna work together as a team. But we're gonna definitely be knocking out the park. So as we are starting off 2026, guys, we'll be going back to my normal live stream from 9:15 roughly up to like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I'll be doing like 4 hours a day, because you gotta keep in mind I do have a baby girl now, and spending like quality time with my family, of course. So I will be doing like 4 hours of stream. So like from starting off at 9:15, ending around 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in that bracket, and then going from there. Because I want to be here with you guys at the beginning of the market, in the first half of the market, where we have a lot of volatility, versus coming in like at like 1 o'clock, when basically all the volatility has died down. A lot of traders have left out of their positions, and there's really nothing to really look towards at the second half of the market, because all the chaos and all the volatility was at the beginning of the market. So that's what I want to do. But I hope everybody have a happy and blessed new year, man. That going forward, that we become better people, better traders. And this is what we're gonna be going over for sure. We're gonna go over the Breaking Bad method. Let me go to it real quick. So we're gonna go over the Breaking Bad method. Let's see. Let me see where we at. Where's my lessons? Because again, I want to break us out of these situations that's stopping us from becoming great traders. And again, I've been through this before, so it's like I know what a lot of you guys go through, because I've done it. From right here, for example, the Breaking Bad method, basically having the wrong mindset, not having a detailed game plan, unstable work ethics, losing trade syndrome, losing money per trade, lack of track, LOT, and the main one that a lot of us experience is not having enough patience. A lot of us do that. I've gone through it, where you miss a trade, or you haven't traded, but you want to trade so bad that you're getting in at the wrong times of the market, and you're putting yourself in a bad position when you're putting yourself through choppiness, where you're thinking it's going up but it actually goes down, or you're thinking it's going down but it actually goes up, putting yourself in the wrong positions. And we're going to go over certain time frames to go over, which ones works best for you. I'll go over the ones that works best for me, what I utilize as far as my time frame, what helps me out a lot. And again, we're gonna go over a lot of things that stopped us from being better traders. So like, guys, okay, chat, what issues have you gone through that stop you from becoming better traders? Like, you can admit it. Like, just say it in the chat. Like, what is it? Not having enough patience, jumping in at the wrong time, your FOMO situations. Like, what is it that stop you from becoming a better trader? What is it? And whatever it is, we'll work on it. So yeah, chat. So just let me know what is the situation? What's holding you, stopping you from becoming a better trader? So right now, looking at right now, with SPY, we're still on this little weakness. We're still on this little downtrend setup. So I've been looking at SPY. I've been looking at Tesla. You know, you already know one of my scalpers, which is CRWV. So right now, everything is still looking weak at this time. I mean, everything is definitely still looking weak. And then we're going to go over that. We're going to go over the 5-year chart. Because remember, I was screaming this out to you guys. The possibility going from 2025 into 2026. We talked about this numerous times on the, you know, the things that made me paranoid on, you know, hitting that brick wall right around 688, 690. You know, could we see a possible repeat of 2021 going into 2022? So let's go over that real quick. Over the 5-year chart. So guys, any trades today? Anything that you're looking at? Or are y'all sitting in your hands waiting for, you know, 2026 to kick in? So what are you guys doing for today? So let's go over the 5-year chart real quick. 5-year chart. So remember that little area we talked about where we had that strong resistance, that red trend line? Like I said, last time we hit that was in 2021, 2022, when we hit up towards that 480, and then we had that bearish market in 2022. Then we wind up getting that nice rebound crossing from 2022 into 2023, giving us a cup and handle pattern, breaking above that 480 level. Got that nice push up towards 610. Then we got that pull back down towards 480, your old breakout level. Then we got that nice movement on up. But look what we're doing right now from 2025, crossing over into 2026. We hitting that trend line once again, just like we hit that trend line in 2021 and 2022. And we seen what happened with that situation. So we went from the red trend line and basically maneuvered our way all the way back down to the green trend line. So you see that? Look how much we fell from here all the way back down to here. See that? But still staying in that range, still stayed in that channel. So every time we hit the green trend line, buy you step in, buy you step in, buy you step in, buy you step in. You can see that right across the board. Every time you hit around the red trend line, sell a step in. So look what we're doing right now. So the question is, are we going to break, or this is it, where we're going to see a rinse and repeat of 2021 and 2022 going into 2025, 2026? So that's the $1 million question. So right here, I mean, look at it. Let me go into a closer view so you guys can see what I see. So right now, look at this, hitting that red trend line, and we're starting to look weak again. Look right here. Because you got to remember, guys, these are weekly candles. This is a 5-year, one weekly candle. So that means every candle represents a week, Monday through Friday. So that means right now, basically being Wednesday, look what's happening. Hitting that red trend line, red candle, pulling back. See that? Hitting that red trend line once again, just like we experienced in 2021, 2022. So the question is, can we see a rinse and repeat where we can get a nice yank on down to the downside? If we do get a nice pullback, what's the first key area we're going to hit before we hit 610? We're going to hit 650. So right here, 650 bounce, we got that push back up to the upside. Now, once we crack 650, your next level on down is going to be around 610. Why 610? Because that's your old breakout level. Right here. Go back a little bit. See right here? 610, rejected. 610, rejected. Pulled all the way back down to 480. Got right back on up. Broke above 610. Got that run on, push on up towards 688, 690. So right here, we're hitting this strong trend line towards the end of the year, going into the new year. And again, when have we saw this? Going back this way. 2021, 2022. Same thing. Red trend line. Could not stay above that area. Sellers came in, yanked it right on down. Right here. Green to red, nice pullback underneath 480. So as we go into 2025, 2026, we tried to break out, and look what happened. Fell right back underneath. So see that? Right back underneath that red trend line. And look how much room you have to fall from 650s down to the possible areas of 610s. So right here, we're in a definitely tough area. Now we back underneath what price point? 685. See that? Candle falling right back underneath 685. Basically, that was one of the areas that we needed to stay on top of to get that push to the upside. So right now, I'm still showing weakness. Still showing a lot of weakness right now. So as I told you, I was screaming to you guys about this numerous times. Watch this red trend line. That's going to be make or break. Now, we can hold above it. Yes, we can get that push up towards 700 plus. But being underneath it, look. So we could see a rinse and repeat of 2021 and 2022. Could see another rinse and repeat. And look how the market is acting right now. Still showing weakness, falling back underneath 685, still pulling back on down. Now, how low could we go? Now, let me see. Let me go to my 1 hour time frame on how low could we go. And even on the 12-hour time frame, it's still showing weakness. Look at my 12-hour. See that? 12-hour time frame. Got that nice little bounce right around the 672-ish area. Got that nice push back on up towards the 690, 691s. And look what's happening. reject it, reject it, reject it, starting to curl its way right back on down. We wind up now cracking underneath 685. You clearly see that where you're going from bullish to bearishness. Look at this. Look at the candle changes. You went from having majority of green candles, now majority of red candles. So you're going from buyers to now sellers. Starting to get a nice little curl back on down. Upper shadow, and already we done lost this floor. And you can see right here where I have my demand zone. I'm sorry, my supply zone right here. Right across the board, supply zone. When sellers come in, pull back. Sellers come in, pull back. Basically kicking buyers out of their territory. So you can clearly see what they're doing. Let's go over a little bit. You see that? Every time we go into the bearish territory, they step in. Bearish territory, they step in. Bearish territory, step in. Bearish territory, you can clearly see it. Rinse and repeat over and over and over. We have yet to successfully get above this 690, 691 level. Every single time we fail. Go up, we fail. We go up, we fail. So right now you're falling and getting kicked out of the supply zone, now getting pulled right back on down. So look all these areas that we have way back down to the bottoms. So definitely keep that on watch. And also let me bring up my hourly time frame. So we see what's happening on the 12-hour time frame. We saw what happened on the 5-year time frame. So we're definitely seeing weakness. We're definitely starting to hit these strong brick walls where these sellers are refusing to let the buyers get above. You can clearly see this right across the board. We always have a hard time trying to stay above 690, 691, where sellers come in and pull right back on down. So right now, all those sellers are doing is kicking the buyers out of their territory. Every time buyers try to go for it, fail. Try to go for it, fail. Try to go for it, fail. The only way that we can do it, again, succeed, we get back above 685 and go for that 690, 691 breakout, where we can cross through this territory, creating new higher days, creating new record-breaking highs. But every single time we go into this territory, sellers step in and come in every single time. And look what's happening with the market. You're starting to curl. Look, right up. Go up, get rejected, curl right back on down. So it's still showing weakness. So that's off the 12-hour time frame. So let's go into the, where's my other chart at? Let's go into my other one I like to use, my 1-hour chart. We'll use the 1 hour as well. Let's see. Where's my 1 hour time frame? And you can clearly see even on my 1 hour time frame right here. Let me bring this down. Yeah, yes, man. Oh, and Nadia, I'm glad I have you, Queen. As we start the small account challenge, we're gonna go over everything. Because we're gonna work together hand in hand. We're gonna go over entries. You know, what levels to get in, what levels to avoid. Knowing when to get into a trade, when not to get into a trade, and we're gonna work together hand in hand. So I'm gonna be here riding by your side. Now, even if I'm trading a different stock from you, we're still gonna go over the mentality, the thinking process, and so forth. And I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go over mine, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and so forth. And you can see right here, you guys, even on my 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see that we could not hold and stay. Oops, I'm sorry. We could not hold and stay above 685. My apologies, guys. My apologies. Yeah, right here. So we couldn't stay above 685. See that? We wound up cracking. Couldn't stay. We couldn't hold these levels. Now falling back down to these old possible levels, way back down here. That level is going to be closely around 683.50. Right here, we had this bounce, and then from that key level, you got all the way back down towards the 681s. And why around 681.34? Because this is an old strong resistance level. See that? Every time we try to go towards that area, we got rejected. Around the 681.30 up to 682, got rejected, right back on down. Ran up to this level, got rejected, right back on down. Ran up to that level, got rejected, right. You can clearly see the strong resistance that can possibly be utilized for a strong support. And you can kind of see that it's kind of pulling the spy back down like a magnet, if you notice that. So, you see that? You leave from that area, 9 times out of 10, you're slowly returning back down around that area here. So again, once we get this crack underneath this 684, 683.50, you do have room to come back down to this old area here. And you can kind of see even back here, it acts like a magnet. So you can see right here clearly. You leave from it, you return to it. Leave from it, you return to it. Leave from it, return to it. Leave from it, return to it. But now on the upside, we're pulling back down to it like a magnet. So instead of pulling up, we'll be pulling back down to it. So notice that we're slowly, we have this downtrend setup going on where we're slowly showing weakness, pulling back down to the downside. So could we see these areas around, 683.50 down to the 681s? It's a strong possibility. I mean, look what we were doing. We're on a downtrend setup at this time where the market is still showing weakness. We didn't crack underneath levels that we needed to stay above to get back up to the 690s, up to the 700s. Right now, it's just a clear downtrend. Look at this. From these tops, downtrending, downtrending, downtrending. That's why I say the best thing to do, guys, and also use other time frames to help you see everything in a clear vision. Use a 1 hour time frame, 4 hour, 12 hour, a daily, whatever else, to give you the clear signs on how to figure out what's the next move or what the market is doing. So, I mean, we can clearly see off a 1 hour time frame that now we're shifting over to now a downtrend. You went from a bullish movement now to a bearish movement. You can clearly see the transition going from, the upside, now transitioning to the downside, showing a lot of weakness. We have a bear flag setting up right here. That's today's setup. And then again, this is off my 1 hour time frame. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see these engulfing red candles. As we went up in pre-market, we had some nice movement up, but then we got rejected right around this 87.60 and got that nice pull back on down. Went straight from green to red. And you have somewhat of a bull flag pattern that's setting up. So definitely just keep that on watch as the market is still tipping over. So, but let me also go, what you wanted me to look at? SLV. Let me check out SLV. I got you, Queen. But yeah, guys, use different time frames to help you out. And that's one thing that we're going to do as we're doing the small account challenge and the boot camp. We're going to go over different time frames, things to help us see the movement in a better light, because just looking at one intraday alone is not going to help you out a lot. It's not, because you don't know the true direction of what it's doing. Not until you put all your days together. You can look at it from, putting all your days together like this. This is a 5-minute time frame. I mean, look at how, once you put everything together, look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. Look what it's doing. You didn't went from like a cup-like pattern to right here, a ranging pattern. Then you try to break out, go for that push, got rejected, right back on down. So just take some time to get a clear vision of it. And also another thing you can do is just take off your pre-market intraday, just to take a look at it to see what it's doing with all your intradays together. So take off pre-market and post-market to get a better idea. See how it clears out all the clutterness, where you can get a better idea and clearly see the pattern in more clear light. So that's another thing you can do as well. I know I gotta fix all of this, so I do apologize. I gotta rearrange all of this. But again, when you put all your intradays together, you can definitely see the areas of strong resistance, possible areas of support, and then so forth. But yeah, so I'll try to figure out in so many ways, like, how can I put myself in a better position? How can I put myself in the right the right setting, not put myself in the call position when I should be putting myself in a put position. I'll put myself in a put position when I should be putting myself in a call position, and so forth. But we're going to go over all of these, guys. We're going to break everything down in 2026. We're going to break bad habits, because I want to see you guys be great traders, man. We're going to go over every single thing that we can possibly go over. Let me see. Let me go over her chart that she brought up. Where's my 12-hour short? But I do it right now, Queen. I got you. SLV. Oh, silver. I already know what that ticker is. I'm so used to the different tickers. I already know what that is. You talking about silver? All right. So let's see how we're looking on silver. Did we go? I could have sworn we went over silver. Was it silver we went over? It was something. Or was it something else? It was another stock I think you brought up. We went over. Forgot what it was, because I remember I had to put up the whatchamacallit. All right, now as far as silver, I mean, we can clearly see silver as we are pulling back on down. It's definitely showing weakness, coming back down from an overextension. Couldn't hold above that 72.50. So let's take a look. Yeah, so definitely showing weakness. We could possibly take a quick look, see what these tops is. So I'm gonna have to map this out as much as I can from these highs. Areas of we got stuffed at as well. From here, these possible bottoms. Let's see, can we hold? I'm gonna try to utilize these lows. Where's this previous low at? Like right around these areas here. So let's see what I can do, Queen. So right now, I mean, we definitely still looking a little bearish. At this time. Got like this little, almost somewhat of a downtrend. Yeah, so right now watching these low areas, these past lows, That's going to be around 63. Yeah, so I'm trying to pinpoint these little lows right here first. Now, we do crack. You do have room to possibly fall down to the 60 because therefore you'll create a gap fill from those indicators down towards this indicator here, which that means that you'll have to bypass 60. So right now, I'm trying to see the areas that we're trying to hold at this time because I know it's a lot of choppiness at this moment. So let's see. So I'm watching these lows down here. That's gonna be around the 63-ish level where we bouncing. But if we crack, you do have room to fall back down to these low areas. Possibly, I would say 60. I would have to guesstimate 60 at this moment, like somewhere in this little area. Like somewhere in this little spot here. It's gonna be around the 60s. See right here where you got rejected, and then you pull back, and then you turn resistance into support. Right here, you started to utilize that area and got that bounce on up. So I mean, you have that area down right around here. But right now, it's still coasting on down. Let me see. And also, let me use I'm gonna try to figure out the best that I can, Queen. I'm gonna use my 5-year too. Let me see. I'm gonna use my 5-year chart to see if I can see anything a little different. Let's see. I mean, where the raw data is going, because I mean, you got upper shadow. I mean, it's showing a lot of weakness. I mean, you did have a nice bullish run, but look right now what's happening. I mean, look at these sell-offs that we're having. I mean, now you're definitely getting a nice, more of selling momentum than buying momentum at this moment. Definitely showing a lot more weakness than strength at this time. I mean, you can see right here, and look at the 9 MA and the 20 MA, Nadia. When you were above those indicators, look how the market reacted to it. See that? Look how the stock reacted to it. See that? You held. You went on this nice bullish movement up to the upside. Now you're underneath these indicators. So now the indicator's working against you instead of with you. So now you fell underneath the 9 MA. Now right here you battling the 20 MA, which that's gonna put you around, what is that, 65? Yeah, it's gonna put you around 65 level. So if you lose 65, that means that not only 65 is gonna hold up as resistance, now you're gonna have another indicator holding up as resistance, doubling that. So that means 65 is gonna hold up as a strong area. So that means that we get that pullback on these 65, we have room to possibly fall back down towards this 60 level, down to this indicator, almost like an indicator gap fill down. Because like I said, I mean, look how we were doing when we were on top of these indicators. See this? Look how it moved nice and smooth. Got this nice ride on up off the 9 MA, 20 MA on up to the upside, but now we fell back underneath. So that caused, I mean, but look at that transition. So right now you have buyers trying to fight to hold this indicator and fight around this 65. But if you lose 65, you do have possible room to fall back down even lower. I mean, upper shadow, look at this. So you got a lot of seller pressure going on, and sellers are trying to push buyers underneath 65. You can clearly see what they're doing. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see that sellers are trying to push buyers right underneath 65 right here. Let me fix that. And see right here. So buyers are fighting to try to stay on top of 65. Sellers trying to stay. No, your orange, that's your 20 EMA, Queen. So the orange is the 20 EMA, and your blue is your 9 EMA. Those are your EMAs. And the red and the grays, those are your SMAs. Those are your stronger indicators. So that'll be, this is your 50 and this is your 200. So these are just exponentials. These are your exponential indicators. And these are your, just your regular moving average. So these are act more like support, stronger resistance. I mean, you can clearly see right here, we go back a little bit. See right here? See when we fell? Look how strong that 50 SMA held. See that? 50 SMA bounce, 50 SMA bounce. Then you got your way back on top of the EMAs, your 9 and your 20. And then you see that, look. And you just got that nice movement to the upside. See that? From those indicators, boom, 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 when you on top. So now, as we go this way, we're underneath the 9 EMA and fighting to try to stay on top of the 20 EMA. So in other words, buyers, we need to stay on top of 65. Buyers, we need to hold that 65 level to kind of keep us in a range. But if they lose 65, not only are you be underneath a $half mark 65, you're also going to be underneath another indicator. So not only are you going to be underneath the 9 EMA, you're also going to be underneath the 20 EMA. So that means that we'll be slowly reversing. Queen, Ingrid. Yeah, we get feeling a little better. Baby girl has some fluid in her, so they had to pump the fluid out, which Queen is tending to that. Shout out to Queen for being a great mom that she is. Me, I just got congested after I came back from Florida. The weather started to change. And then I do apologize to you, Nadia, and all of you guys for missing my other streams because I got up, I couldn't breathe. Like I got heavily congested. I had a massive headache, and I was out of it, man. I was taking NyQuil, Dayquil, Theraflu, my Vicks inhaler, my Vicks vaping rub, so y'all can see I'm not playing. So, and excuse me, y'all can hear it. I'm still stuffed. So, I'm still stuffed at this time, man. I mean. But I was still willing to show up. Gotta drop it. But I was still willing to show up. I told you guys I was gonna be here for you guys for the last day of the year. Yeah. No, you're right, Aussie. But I still want to be here for you guys because I want to show you how loyal, how dedicated I was to you guys. Even being sick, still got out of my bed. I'm still showing love to you guys. So, and Aussie and Nadia. I'm sorry. I apologize. We see. 20 May, 65. Yeah. So, I mean, and like I said, you can clearly see what it's doing, Queen. I mean, look at the upper shadow, and you can clearly see where my price line is at. Yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of water. Yeah, I was just sick. Like I said, once I came back from Florida. Like I said, the weather started to drop because being from the south, we're more used to warmer weather. Now being cold, and then I kind of messed myself up too because I washed my hair when I was in Florida, and then we went out to play basketball, and my pores, everything opened up so that air caught me, and I was sick from there, and that was my fault too, and that was stupid. But as we and also in Nadia, as I told y'all, we're gonna do a small account challenge. We'll be starting up next week because we're going to have a full trading week. Not only will we do a small account challenge, we're going to also do a boot camp lesson at the same exact time. So we're going to go over all the bad habits that stopped you from being great traders in 2025. So we're going to go over everything. Breaking bad method will stop you from becoming great traders. Having the wrong mindset. Not having a detailed plan. Unstable work ethics. Losing trade syndrome. Losing money per trade. Lack of track, LOT, and the main one that we all experience is not having enough patience. That's one of the main killers, is that patience. So, and also, we're going to still go over the E-Lee. We already know what that is. E-Lee, guys, we're going to go over, again, understanding what? Your environment, your levels, your entries, your exits. What is environment? Your environment is pretty much the market structure, the context of the market. As I tell you guys, what are the 4 states that the market transitions through? You go through 4 different states. You either go through a trending state, ranging state, which is a channel, breakout state, or reversal state. So in other words, once you start to identify what the state of the market is, play it, right? So that means is if you see an uptrend, no, and it's not you just, and the thing about it, Nadia, and to be honest, and I have to side with you on this. It's not you, but being a bad trader. We just had different situations that took place in the overall market. Everything, a lot of changes from the tariffs, the toss of the rate hikes, and it was a lot of things that took place. Where it was a lot of manipulation, and it was a lot going on in the market this year. So so don't fault yourself for that because, I had trouble too. So, but that's why we're gonna go over these type of lessons. So we're gonna understand, identify ourselves with and when we talk about the 4 different states of the market, it's not just on a daily. We can talk about the different state that it is on a weekly. Like, okay, what is it doing Monday through Friday? How did we go from last week going into this week? Yeah, that's true. That's true, but he also had losses too. But he had to rebound from a lot of them. So you got to think about it. He ain't just had a clean, straight, profitable opportunities. He had to kind of come back from a lot of situations too, though, Queen. Because you gotta think about it. Yeah, it was because that's what a lot of traders do. They'll go through some losses. They have to climb back up first, and then go from there. But yeah, don't get me wrong. He had an outstanding year, but he made a few mistakes. we all do. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, man. We human at the end of the day. But also he had to learn from the trader he used to be. And shout out to Tariq though. I mean, he learned from his mistakes, which is why he's a better trader now. Because trust me, you gotta understand, Nadia. I came up with him when he first started with like $300. He made a lot of mistakes. I mean, I had to help him out through his frustrated times, but look where he's at now because he didn't give up on himself. He made a lot of mistakes. Trust me. And because like I said, I was there by his side. But look what he's doing now. Now he's in a six-figure, seven-figure bracket. But we all had to learn from somewhere. And that's why we're going to go over these different situations. Understanding the 4 states of the market. And again, those 4 states doesn't just pertain to the daily. It can pertain to, your weeklies. Like, okay, last week, how did we set up going into this week? Are we getting a continuation uptrend? Are we getting a continuation downtrend? Are we getting some type of range? Are we getting some type of reversal, breakout to put ourselves in a better position?
I am not doing good. He learned fast.
No, I'm not going to say that. And anybody he learned from, no, he didn't learn fast. Because when we started, let me see, because me and AK-47, we met in 2017 when we first started doing Traedz. Well, before Traedz, it was Deckmore Traedz. So by 2017, and I think I met Tariq in, because where we at, 2025 going into 2026. I think I met him in I want to say 21, 23, somewhere in that bracket. It was somewhere in that bracket, but trust me, he was making a lot of mistakes. Trust me, a lot of mistakes. But he had to learn from them, and then as his account grew, he was able to branch his, opportunities out. Where he can have long-term positions, all while doing, day trades and so forth. That's really what a lot of traders do too, Nadia. A lot of them will, once their account get big, big size, they'll kind of put, that because you have IRAs, stocks where you have dividends, and so a lot of them will put money into some long-term investments, almost like a 401k, where they're still doing day trades on a daily basis. So they'll have money making off to the side, where they're just letting that make money for them, all while doing day trades. Because once their account grows, it gives them a lot of opportunity and a lot of leverage. So and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on a lot of things as far as understanding how to trade. Because I know you do long term. I know you love doing long term. So I'm gonna tell you what helped me out too. I ain't gonna lie, scalping really helped me out a lot too. I'm not gonna lie to you, because now what I like about scalping is once you lock in that money, you lock in that money. So, and I know you hate scalping, but like I said, the reason why I like it is because once you lock that money in, it's adding on to your account, and that's money that's yours. Because you're taking it out of the market now into your account. Now, you are the prior owner of that, that whatever amount you made. So I like scalping. I don't really hold long term. I'm just gonna be honest, because my patience, and I gotta work on that. But like, I like to scalp. And how I do it is I like to, once I understand the ranges, like especially if I miss a movement towards the upside, okay, now I'll wait for the rotation down towards the downside. If there's a move that happened toward the downside, okay, I'll try to figure out a movement towards the upside. Like, I'd like to play the rotations when I'm in and out the plays, but I'm banking on it, so, whether I'm making $50, $100 per trade, that's money that's still adding into my account. So, because then once I'm done with it, now I'm just focused on the next day. Okay, what's my next opportunity? And that's really what I do. Especially because with SPY, you get a lot of choppiness. So I just do the best that I can to scalp. So make about 20, 40 cents on a trade or whatever, based off of how many contracts I have. Because I told you, if you have about 5 contracts, which is 500 shares, every 10 cents you hit, you're making $50 plus. So $50 and 10 cents, then 20 cents, you're making 100, 30, 150. And so forth, and it's all up to you on what is your daily quota, what is your weekly quota, and so forth. It's all based on what type of trader you are and how you're managing your profits. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different, way of doing it. Kind of like for today. You had these pullback bounce opportunities where you run right into resistance. Look at the downtrend setup on SPY. Look at this. As soon as you bounce, as soon as you get that bounce on up, going right into resistance, next leg on down. Bounce, go right into resistance, next leg on down. But I mean, you can clearly just see the rotate. I mean, the rinse and repeat. The rinse and repeat method over and over and over. It's not about just understanding it though. You gotta understand these setups. Understand your setups. I mean, it was clearly a downtrend at the beginning of the market, first half of the market. You can clearly see that. Same thing with Tesla, downtrend. SPY, downtrend. CRWV, downtrend. I mean, they almost damn near almost have identical patterns. They all look downtrendish. See, Tesla, downtrend. SPY, downtrend. CRWV, downtrend. But if, like I said, once you start to understand these patterns, play the patterns. Fix it a little bit. See that? But yeah, and then another thing too, understand what type of trader you are. Like again, what is your strength and what is your weakness? Are you better at going long? If you're better at going long, then wait for long opportunities. If you're better at going short, then wait on short opportunities. You got some traders that can do both. You got traders that go long and short. But identify yourself, like what type of trader you are. Where's your most money making opportunities, pretty much work for you at? Going long or going short? And if you're a long bias, okay, understand the levels, go back into the past, and this is what we'll do. Like, let me show you. This is something else that we're gonna work on out here, and Aussie. So like, okay, say for instance you're long bias. Let me bring up my chart real quick. Let me go to this. So what I do is, if I miss a run, instead of me chasing it, I figure out, okay, what's my next opportunity? So all I do is, which is like I said, I use my 1 hour majority of the time too, just to kind of get a full idea of the pattern. Go back a little bit, go back a little bit. See, all I do is just figure out, okay, if I miss this move, like if I miss this run on up, and then all I do is just try to figure out, okay, what is my next opportunity? Okay, if we are pulling back down, okay, let me go to the left to understand, okay, where are areas where I know buyers can 9 times out of 10 step in. So all I do is try to look for old past areas that can be utilized for the present. So, I mean, right here you have somewhat of a inverted cup and handle pattern. I mean, you can clearly see an inverted cup. And then, again, psychological levels. What could we pull back down to? We know that we had this strong area here where we did red to green. So you know what buyers are sitting at right here. So we got that level. And then we also have this level that used to be old resistance that can now be utilized for support. So all we're going to do is just take these key levels here, this old resistance and this old bouncing area, and try to utilize that to see, okay, could this be a strong demand zone coming up? Take that level, go green, and try to figure it out. Could buyers, step in, utilize this old resistance area now for support now that we're on top of it? And could they also utilize this area where we already had a bounce in the past before it? So you have 2 specific areas. You have this 83.50 and around this 81.30 level. So 9 times out of 10 we know where support is, and then we'll take this, make a duplicate copy, because then we know where resistance is. Go to red, boom, 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 and see that? See how easy I can just make it easy for myself to understand where strong resistance is and understand what possible support is. Just try to figure out this range. That's all I do, is just try to figure these things out. Because why? Because it's not about guessing it. It's understanding what took place already in the past. I mean, right here, clear as day. Red to green. Buyer stepped in. So obviously that price point meant something to these buyers, because why did you have majority of buyers stepping in right here for this nice push back to the upside? And look at the transition. Look on how strong the transition was based off of this level here. So you have that level, and then go back a little bit. Why was this level so important to the sellers? Where every time you run up, you pull back. You run up, you pull back. But now, being on top of that, now we can ask ourselves, could we now reverse and utilize this for now support? So instead of being a bull trap, could this now be a bear trap? So if we get a pull back down, question is, can buyers hold these key levels, go for that move back to the upside? So what I'm gonna do is just watch these key levels. So I know right now we're still kind of fighting back and forth between these areas around 85, 83. So all I'm doing now is, okay, what's going to be my next opportunity, or what's my best opportunity? Right now, I know we've been selling off. You know, could this be a fake out breakout? You know, as we do push back up to the upside, could, sellers come in once again and then go for a possible third red candle back on down. So that's all I'm doing. Watching to see, okay, what's my next opportunity? And again, this is where your patience come in at. Now, I'm not trying to rush to do things. All I'm doing now is going off of the setups. I know what was once support is now resistance because you're underneath this level. And then we have this level down here to start off with. That'll be support number 1. Because again, you can see psychologically where buyers came in aggressive. And then you have possible area of support number 2, taking an old resistance area, now utilizing that for possible support. So as we come back down here, could this be the area where buyers can trap sellers now and then reclaim their way right back on top of 83 in reverse? So all I'm trying to do is just try to figure it out, try to understand on what's the next movement here. Right now, we're underneath that 200-day moving average, which again, could this lead to a third red candle down? Could this be a fake out breakout, or basically trapping buyers right here for another leg, possibly moving back down this way? That's all I do is try to sit back and try to utilize the past to just like understand levels of support, levels of resistance. Now, yesterday as I was watching, even though I was sick, I was understanding the range. I understood the range that we held, and then we wound up cracking the range, try to go back in the range, got rejected, fell back down. But at the same time, I was trying to understand the setups, understand the plays. Because like I said, it's not always about trying to trade every single day. Especially SPY, you're going to have some days where it's choppy. Look right here, right across the board. Choppy from, what day was this? Monday, Tuesday, and then you fell out of it going into today. You ran on up, got rejected right around 87.60, then that dumped right back on down. Came right out of this chop zone, fell, bounced off of, what was this, 85? Yep, right off of 85 up to towards 87.60, 88. And then fell back down to the downside. But overall, was the pattern. Downtrend still. So, they couldn't hold their gains. Fake out, breakout, got rejected, fell right back into what? That downtrend. But I understood the channel. I understood the assignment. So even if I take this off, look at the pattern still. Still got a downtrend set up. Still are not able to stay above this downtrend. Every time you run up, rejected. They try to break out in after hours, then what happened? Came right back on down. Try to break out of the downtrend, got rejected, right back on down. Try to break out the downtrend again, got rejected, right back on down. Try to break out this morning, got rejected, right back on down. And look at that, still keeping you in what? A descending wedge in a range. Which that means that as long as you stay on that purple side, underneath the purple area, you're still in the bearish zone. Because we have yet to break out in reverse yet. So think about it. Underneath this trend line, guys, look at this. Bearish, 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 bearish. Every single time buyers try to go for it, sellers come in. We have way more sellers than buyers because we're not able to hold our gains. Look at this. Upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. Right here, nice red to green, right back on down. See that? It's just clearly keep getting cluttered by sellers. They're not allowing the buyers to break above those price points. And you are creating what? Lower highs instead of higher lows. So keep that in watch. And then you got, you can see different patterns. You can see an inverted cup. You can see a downtrend. It's like everything's still pointing bearish. There's nothing pointing bullish just yet. Look at this. Look at all this choppiness. Look at this. This is it's insane, but look at all this choppiness. Look at all these things to avoid until you get towards certain areas that make sense. Because right here, chop. Then you didn't get a nice little decent drop until after hours. Then you didn't get a nice little move until pre-market. Then you got a dump in intraday, right back on down. But overall, what did you do? Fall right back in that downtrend. Still. You had a good pre-market opportunity. But after that, intraday, green or red, right back on down because you couldn't get back above what? 87.60. Still downtrending. Still downtrending. Still downtrending. Regardless, we're still downtrending. From what day? That was from what day was this? When? Nah, that was Friday, right? Yeah, Friday's tops. Friday's tops right around 91.66. You remember, Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standard. Went up as high as 91, That was it. See that? You've been downtrending ever since. Downtrending, 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 still showing weakness. So, as I mentioned, on this 1 hour time frame, could we be possibly seeing another red candle that could form, trapping nothing but buyers? See how you having the upper shadow? Could we be trapping nothing but buyers, going down, put a possible next leg down? Because now you gotta keep in mind, you're underneath the old support area from pre-market. See right here? See where you bounced at? You're underneath it. See that? You're underneath it. And you're underneath the 200-day moving average. So oops, place my line real quick. So you see right here, this little pre-market level that you right underneath. That's around 85, right here. So watch this 85 level. 85, right here. And I know I got a lot of lines. I apologize. Like I said, it's the market been choppy. Nothing I can do about that. I mean, look how we stay chop. Fell out of this range. I mean, it's been choppy like crazy. So watch this 685 level. Watch 685. Watch 685. Because if you merge these two candles together, you got somewhat of almost like a huge engulfing red candle. I don't think I have a 2 hour. Do I have a 2 hour time frame on this? I think I have 4. I don't think I have a 2. Because I want to see how it would look if I was to put a 2 hour time frame. Let me see. Let me add 2 hours. Oops, intraday. Let me do 32 hours? Should have 2, right? Yeah, 2 hours. I want to see how it looks. Just want to see how it looks on it. All right, let me add that. Because I want to see if it's going to merge those two candles together. I want to see what it's going to do. Let me see. We can go to 2 hours real quick. Where's it at? Oh, there we go. Yep. Told you. Merge those two candles together. What you got? Big old engulfing red candle. I told you. You put those two candles together, that bad boy gonna merge. You got a huge engulfing red candle. See that? Making like a big old bear flag pattern right there in your face. All because I added a 2 hour time frame to that. But I can see it without even adding it. I mean, because I can just merge it in my head and see and just tell what it's doing. But you can see right there, all we did was merge those two red candles together, 2 hours. And what do you have? A huge engulfing red candle, thus making somewhat of a bear flag pattern. Bam! See that? I mean, right there in y'all guys' faces. Now, if I go back to a 1 hour time frame, it's gonna separate those candles. Those two red candles gonna make two separate ones. So if I go back to a 1 hour, it's gonna spread them apart again. So watch. Let me go back to my 31 hour. You should have two red candles. Bam! See that? But now that we saw it from a 2 hour standpoint, what did it do? It merged those two red candles together, thus giving you a big, massive engulfing red candle. As I was telling y'all, it could be a bear flag and a bull trap setting up right at where? 85. 200-day moving average. What did I tell you guys? I didn't put my line there just for nothing. Again, what was once support can now be what? Resistance for the possible next leg. See how to avoid? But naughty. You see that? You see that? How to avoid getting caught into something? While buyers thinking, oh man, we better go back up. All they doing is put themselves right back into a possible bear trap. A bull trap. Now, if buyers would have came in and go for a nice massive move up, that's different. Because you're breaking back through all those key areas. But as far as the market's performances, it's been pretty much weak. So it's like it's kind of a little tempting. Not tempting, but it's a little hesitant because you got a lot more sellers than buyers. I see a bear flag versus a bull flag. I see a lot more downside than upside. I'm just being honest. But I told you guys on how to look at different time frames to get a better understanding what it's doing. So all I did was, I already could tell what it was doing right here. All I did was merge the candles in my head. And then to show you guys on a visual standpoint, all I did was go to a 2 hour time frame so y'all can see that those candles merged and you can see a big, massive engulfing red candle. Taking out all these buyers from pre-market. Here. Just ate them all up, making a big old bear flag pattern right in front of you. A big, massive bear flag pattern. Told you. Well, it looked like we could possibly have a third movement down. Because I do see more areas that does make a little bit more sense on the downside where buyers stepped in. So we go back a little bit. Look, right here. could we pull back down to this level like a magnet where buys came in and utilized that? And then don't forget, you got this old breakout area, which is all the way down here. You got this old key area. You used to hold up at strong resistance, but you can see. I mean, look at the movement. Look on how aggressive. Excuse me. Look on how aggressive that move got. So now, being on top of it, could now buyers utilize this level for possible support? So you'll have two key levels. You'll have this level here where you had a bounce, and then you also have this level where now, with again turning resistance now to possible support. So, but this area is gonna be a little tricky, because that's your $half mark. Now fighting with 85, because the levels that I do see on down is I see towards the 80s, 680s back down this way. I mean, I'm just being honest. I see a little bit more movement back down to the downside, but we'll keep it on watch. We'll keep it on watch. I know it's the last trading day of the year, last trading day of the month as we crossing over to 2026. Let me also take a look at it too, Nadia. I got you, Queen. So, but as you guys see though, Nadia, Aussie, now you see why those other time frames help out a lot. It helps you out a great deal. Instead of just looking at a 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minutes. I mean, you can look at it outside of it to get where you can go bigger time frames to clear out all the clutter. Because we know 1 minute time frame is gonna be nothing but little small red counters. Clutter, 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 clutter. You go into a little 5 minute time frame is a little bit better. But you go out a little, an hour, 2 hours, it clears out a lot of that clutterness, where you can definitely see more of a visual understanding of what the market is doing, even throughout the choppiness. Where you can just get an understanding, and then again go back to psychological levels, even as we coming back on down. Ask yourself, man, how far could we come down to? So right now we are getting a little push back to the upside. Still keeping on watch. Am I convinced to still go long? No. I'm still not convinced. I'm just gonna be honest. Not me. Not yet. Until we get above some certain crucial areas that I need us to go to. Because again, you gotta keep in mind, even though we bouncing back up, we still need this downtrend. I mean, can you go for a quick scalp? Yeah, of course, as long as those buys hold. But just be mindful. You are underneath the VWAP, because again, it's a possibility. This could be a bull trap. As they squeeze back on up, but it all depends on we can stay above. So okay, this is what we want. So okay, if buyers are stepping back in, these are 1 hour candles. So we got about 8 minutes until this candle close out. So in other words, you want this candle to hold at least on top of 85 to give somewhat of a fighting chance to finally say, okay, now we are definitely catching bottoms. So this candle will close out in about now 7 minutes. So as long as you stay on top of 85, create some type of finally finding a bottom, then we can definitely try to look for a possible reversal. Instead of trying to catch a falling knife, look for confirmation. So now that buys are, right now we came down as low as what this was, around 84-ish, then got right back on 85, but watch this level to see, can we hold? Because what we don't want to see is a fake. We don't want to come up and then up a shadow, because the sellers are trying to push them right back on down.
Jtraedz says, do you consider pre-market low?
Yeah. That's another thing you do too, Nadia. Also, you consider you consider your pre-market lows, your pre-market highs, because those matter too. Those matter as well. Which is here, pre-market lows, right? Because where did you have a bounce at? Right around 85. You see there, you had a red to green move back on up. What was that level you need? 85, right? So what we don't want to see is a bull trap where it looked like we're pushing up, but all those sellers are doing is trapping those buyers and pushing them right back underneath, which is going to create a upper shadow, kind of like what it's doing right now. So that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid that. So we want to see what's going to happen on how this candle is going to close out, because we want to create some type of space. Now we can start trapping sellers. We want to start trapping sellers in some type of way. So we want to watch this key level here to see, okay, can we close around 85? Because what we want to see is pullback failures from this point. We want to see pullback failure, just kind of like we did in pre-market. Pullback failure, where we can utilize 85 to get that push right back up towards the upside. That'll put you around 86 from this key level here, and then we have these tops up here. Because you got to keep in mind, you got to take all past areas that can now be utilized for resistance. So you got to take this area into consideration, which is going to be around this 86, 88, 87 if you want to round that off. Then you got to take this area around pre-market right around 87.60 where you got rejected at. So you got to take all these different levels into considerations as we push back to the upside, because we got to get back above it and reclaim it. Excuse me about that, guys. Man, like I said, my nose, man, I'm still congested. I do apologize. I'm so sorry, man. I'm just congested. So right now, pushing back. Finally got a nice, good hourly candle going on right now. Got about 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes going on right now. Now I'm doing this again at an hour candle, because what I'm trying to do is, like, if I want to use this, I want to, let me show you a way I normally do it too. Let's see. So we got these lows already here. Then you got these highs already here. So let's see what we can do.
Give me a bug dog, LOL.
Got you, boss. Man, happy early New Year's to you too, boss, man. I hope you and the family have a blessed one, man. And much success and many blessings to y'all as we go into a new year, new chapter, new start in life, man. To everybody. Nadia, all of y'all beautiful queens. Oh, let me go to Tesla too. I know you talked about Tesla. So let me see. I'm just keeping this on watch to see what we do. All right, let me see. I got my 1 hour and everything set on this one. Want to make sure I got everything. All right, 1 hour. Boom, 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 boom. What area was that? Let me see. Did I miss an area maybe? Yeah, okay. I see what they did. They took this area here. I see what they did. They took this old low. Right about, yep. Almost about right. What was that low on this candle? That was 84.36. 84.36. Yep, took this low right here. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm saying, all that choppiness, man, you got to take a lot of these different areas into consideration. See, that's what they did. Took this old level here, pushed it right back up. So that's what they utilized. Yeah, I know sometimes it's a little tricky. It's a little hard. So they took this old pre-market area here and went right across the board. Look. And that's where their buyers just bounce from. And like I said, it's tricky sometimes. I mean, especially with a lot of this choppiness. It can definitely be a pain in the, you know what. So I had to ask myself, well, why did they bounce right here? So I had to go back a little bit, understand these lows. See that? These low key areas. Nice little red to green. Got about 3 minutes until we close out. So let's see. First a green candle out of this little hourly time frame we have. First green candle finally. So let's see. Keep it on watch. Oh, let me also go to Tesla because I know she talked about Tesla too. Tesla. Let me see. 452. I mean, it's still a little slow. Still a little slow though. It's a little sluggish still. Still a little sluggish, but what would we need to get back above for sure? I mean, we definitely want to get back above 458. You know, re-break these little pre-market areas for sure. 456 to 458 on Tesla. SPY starting to try to run its way back up to that 200, almost around 86. You can clearly see on that hourly time frame too as well. What time it is? About to be 12 o'clock, so look like you may get a little bit of a little lunch hour push. Now that, like I said, I'm gonna try to clear out as many lines as I can, but I mean, you gotta understand why I got lines. I mean, you can clearly see what what buyers utilize, which is why, I mean, and sellers from tops, bottoms. I mean, trying to just figure out ranges and like areas of just try to understand the rotation. So nice little bounce from 84.36, trying to bounce his way back on up towards above 85, back above this little pre-market low here. Let's see what we get. 12 o'clock rolling in now, so let's see. Could buyers start to step in around lunch hours now? Because y'all know how we get those transition after the first half of the market is done. Could we start to see that lunch hour volatility step in? You gotta keep in mind it's 12 o'clock now, so that first half of the market is pretty much done. Which the first half of the market sold off. So you already know from 9:30 to roughly 11-ish, because what, 3 hours? Oh, 11:30, somewhere in that bracket. You had the first half of the market, which the first half of the market's already sold off. Now we want to see what the second half of the market is going to be prepping itself up for. So now, nice little green candle. Now back on top of 85. Now back on top of 85. Nice little red to green. I would just for the fun of it. Let me see. Cause I wanna do like a demonstration. Let me see if I was to go for a quick scalp. I want to see. Let me look at my charts on my side. I got this set on a 5-minute time frame. Look at my I know we getting underneath. We testing that VWAP right now. So test the VWAP on the 5. VWAP is right here, guys. So we testing the VWAP. Let me see what would be the next key areas on where we can push up to. Close towards that 686. Let me see how the contracts look. I know a lot of them ain't move too much too, especially after this little. Let me see. Kind of moved a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like I said, sometimes you'll go through these little type of situations with SPY. I mean, it's very, you'll get those sluggish, especially after the volatility, you know, dies off, you know, and we start to go into lunch hours. So let's see where we go from here. Just don't see a lot of them holding up pretty. Still looking just, ugh. Still looking just. Because what I want to see, do we have enough buying volatility to step in and push, or just gonna be a setup where, you know, buyers can get caught again. I just don't see anything really standing out. Like Tesla's still looking a little sluggish. Let me see anything else. Let me try Nvidia. What Nvidia doing? I got Nvidia on this little. In the video on a nice little uptrend from pre-market. You know, got a nice, nice little setup. So we gotta get that break above 90. So you got a nice little setup on Nvidia for right now. Nice little uptrend on that one. We got AMD. Somewhat of a little uptrend as well. So you got AMD on that little uptrend, trying to build his way back on up towards the upside. Tesla, what's Tesla doing overall? Tesla's trying to come out of this downtrend. What is this? 55? 54. Yeah, so I want to see how the market's gonna do for lunch hours. You know, we're gonna go through some like tech consolidation. CRW still looking like crap to me. Let me see what we need on Tesla for a few, because I know I got a few people that want to trade Tesla too. I already know. All right, let's see. What levels do we need to get back on top of for sure? It's crazy that the market been so choppy, man. It's been crazy, like hella choppy. Market has been extremely, and I see why a lot of people been losing their minds. Market has been hella choppy. It's like, especially on the dailies. I mean, not dailies, of the intradays. That's why with like these type of situations, that's why you gotta look outside of that, like a 12-hour daily. I mean, something where you have more of a clear vision. Because I know a lot of time just looking hella choppy and hard to read, and that's why I gotta look at different time frames to help me out a lot better. Kind of put me in a better position. just don't like. I love, you know me. I love SPY. It just this week it just been choppy as hell. I'm trying to figure out I can find me a good trade on this bad boy, but this choppiness just throwing me off, and especially the last trade day of the day. See, look, I'm gonna bring up my 12-hour time frame too. So whenever I'm seeing things like this, I try to find every time frame that I can utilize to help me. Like I'll try to go to like I said, I'll use my 12-hour time frame and be like, okay, what's next? What's gonna be the next key level, or what's gonna be the next setup? Oops, come on. All right, so right here he's trying to hold 85. You can clearly see that range. Come on. So I try to use everything to the best of my ability. So I try to find certain key levels. Like we know that buys need to hold 85 for sure, based off the 12 hour. You can see old resistance can turn to possible support as long as they hold. Because what you don't want to do is fall back underneath 85. Because all that's going to do is possibly turn back into resistance. Then you'll be getting a nice further pullback, in other words. Because you already lost your $half mark, because they mean you're falling underneath 85. So from 85, now you got to focus on the lower price points, 84, 83, 82, all the way down to, to the possible areas of 80. So watch this key area right around 85, even do a lunch. If they can hold 85, I mean, we do have somewhat of a possibility to move back up, but just look how weak this looks. It just don't look very bullish. It just look very bearish. Ever since we done ran on up, got, stuffed out right around the 690, 691s, I mean, it just been slowly turning. That's the only thing. And then, again, I try to put every chart together to kind of, not put me in the wrong position. And again, let's go to the 5-year chart. To not put myself in the wrong position. Oops. Move my, I'm about to bring the chart up, guys. Hold up. My fault. Bring up my chart. Okay, IMBS, I got you, Queen. I got you. So look right here, 5-year chart. So I try to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Still hitting that red trend line. See, I try to figure out, just see right here. See how we, again, weekly candle. See how we fading right back underneath that red strong trend line. And again, last time we hit that red trend line was when? In 2021, 2022. Hit that red trend line, going from 2021 into 2022. What happened? We had that bearish market. See that? From that red trend line, you fell down to the green trend line. Look, red, all the way down to green. See that? And then look where we at again for 2025, 2026. Red trend line once again. So I'm like, yeah, this little area gonna be a pain in my, you know what. So let's look at it real quick. See, look. So from these tops, right here, oops, red trend line. You fell all the way down to the green trend line, right? Then those buyers utilize the green trend line to bounce. Use that green trend line to bounce, right? Then you finally broke above 480. Then you got that massive run up to 610. Then you got rejected. Back down to 480. Got that nice rebound. Broke above 610. Now at that same trend line. See, that's the thing. Now, like I said, the only thing that I was concerned about is we have yet to come back to now test this new breakout area. See, we retested already the 480s. Once we broke out, right, ran up. We had that massive pullback down to what? 480. Why? Because that was your old resistance level, now turned to possible support. Now here is a new breakout area, which is 610. Ever since we broke above 610, we've been going up. When have we came down to retest 610 now on the upside for a possible pullback bounce? See what I mean? When have we came back down and retest this new breakout area? We haven't. So that means that we still have room to possibly pull back down to it. So that means that from this area, we cannot break out. Say if those sellers come in aggressive going into 2026, we got this area first, which is going to be 650. And then from 650, you have that old breakout area right here of 610. So that's the only thing that I'm concerned about. We're in a crucial area right here. We're in it's very crucial. A very crucial area. And you see how we still kind of, because 50, that's all the way back down this way. All the way back down this way. That means we're going to have a massive sell-off. That means we'll have to crack this trend line, fall back underneath 680, crack this 672 level, which will go from bullish, this trend line, to now bearish. You crack that trend line, again, you going from bullish to bearish. And I mean, this is gonna be a very, very tough area coming. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle. But the minute we crack that trend line, guys, I'm telling you, all hell about to break loose. That means that we fall back underneath at least 680. Yeah, all hell about to break loose. So right now, the only thing that's holding us up is this trend line. But the minute we crack, yeesh. Cause we still yet to crack, or still successfully break above these key levels. Especially this 690, 691 level. We still have yet to successfully break above it. How many times we done tried it? Once, twice, and the third attempt, and still have yet to crack it. I mean, to break it. So that's the only thing. So I'm looking at this whole entire range overall. I'm looking at the overall tops and like overall bottoms. Like I'm just trying to figure this whole entire range out. Entire range, because I know right here this is what we fell at earlier, before, which held us up as we did pull back down before. We had that strong pullback. We came back down towards the 650s, and then we got that move right back on up. So I'm just trying to understand on how, basically being around this top. Okay, so we look at it from a huge channel standpoint. So we know what the tops is overall. We know what what the bottoms is overall. So let we do this. Let me make a duplicate copy of this and then put that down here this way. These are where your buys are located. This way, put that green. Bam. All right, so you see now, y'all see the whole channel, this whole big channel. So is this the pivot point? So that means you crack this. That means you be coming back. I'm just trying to figure out this. I'm trying to figure out this whole entire setup. Cause like I said, I know where the true bottom's at on this bad boy. I mean, you can see what buy stepped in at demand zone. Then we're gonna have like a mid, like a little pivot point. That act is like support and resistance in a way. What is that? 72.33. Let me stretch it out a little bit more. Like this way. That act like support and resistance. So yeah, when you were underneath it, it acted like resistance, and then when you were on top of it, it acted like support. So that's like a mid area. I'm gonna put that yellow. See, can we figure this out? If we was to get that strong pullback. So okay, we know where the bottoms, what a demand zone is, and we know where the supply zone is at as we go into 2026. So I'm gonna have this mapped out. I promise you guys. I'm gonna have this mapped out. Just trying to figure out, what are we gonna do as we go into 2026? Because like I said, I want to see, can we avoid a 2021, 2022 situation? That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Can we avoid a 2021, 2022 situation? Oh, let me go to INBS. Let me go to that too, Queen. I got you. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out, Nadia. Can we avoid that? I mean, and I'm sorry to bring this back up one more time, but I mean, this is what I'm trying to get at. As we hit that red trend line, when we start pulling back down going into 2026, just like we did back here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Go to my 10-year week. Like right here was what last time we hit that red trend line, we had that massive sell-off or that massive bearish market. Again, 2021, 2022. So right now we back at that same exact red trend line for 2025, 2026. To see, are we going to get a rinse and repeat of this, sell-off, or could these buyers actually break out and create a new, record-breaking high of day of 700?
Good idea to know about dollars buy, maybe buy put.
Yeah, because I mean, right now, I mean, this area is still considered like a put opportunity, Nadia, and down here would be buying opportunities. So that's what I'm trying to figure out as we going into 2026 and hit that same exact trend line that we hit in 2021, 2022. See right here, That red trend line, put. Red trend line, could there be another put? See, we know every time we hit the green trend line, that's buying opportunities. Look at this. Every time we hit the buying, calls. Every time we hit the green trend line, you buy. Every time you hit around the red trend line, you sell. Put opportunities. See, we hitting that same exact area that we hit before. So, and then again, we have yet to fall back down to retest this new breakout area, which is right here, right around 610. See, with a strong resistance, could be possible strong support as we pull back down to retest it, which we have yet to pull back down and retest this level yet. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, I'm not saying that, once we pull back down, like, spot's gonna fall off the face of the earth. No. As we pull back down, I mean, this could be a bouncing opportunity. But we need to come back down and retest it, to see can we hold this level for that nice move back up to the upside is what I'm trying to get at. But we have yet to come back down to test it at all. So that's the only thing that's just making me. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking right here too, Queen. Is this? Are we gonna see a rinse and repeat that we had before? Hitting this top again. Yeah, see, is this gonna be more of a put opportunity than a call opportunity going into 2026, where we have a nice little sell-off going back down this way? See, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because we right back in that same area where we keep getting stuffed at every single week. Every week we always have trouble. See, we tried it this week, we failed. This week we failed. That 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 week we failed. We only had one strong push. That was last week. But we got a nice little strong push. But then we right back underneath that trend line and battling this 85. See, it's like could sellers be trapping nothing but buyers right here, like literally trapping them, and then yank them? See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are they setting up a trap right here, like trying to psych out those buyers, thinking that they're gonna push, but then have way more sellers than buyers? And then, because I mean, like I said, look what happened before. You go back right here. Look what sellers did last time. Yeah, because Nadia, look what happened last time. Look, as we crossed from 2021 into 2022, look what happened last time. You hit that red trend line. Look at this. Sellers was trapping buyers, and then right here, look what happened. Underneath that trend line, underneath that 480, massive sell-off. Look at that market. We had a sell-off market. 2022. So look, take that and then go into 2025, 2026, where you had the same exact area again. So look right here, once again. So I'm like, are they setting another trap for 2025 into 2026 for another rinse and repeat trap to pull them? Because you do have room to fall. Again, you got that 650, and then last but not least, you got this old breakout area, which is around 610, where you can fall back down this way towards the 50 SMA. So that's what I'm like. This area here, guys, we're in a tough, tight area. So Nadia, so you think, okay, I know what Nadia's thinking. So guys, what are you guys thinking overall? Like everybody. Nadia, I know what you're thinking. So Aussie, G range, anybody, like chat, do y'all think we could be seeing another trap again? A rinse and repeat trap that we got before into 2021, 2022, when we got trapped right at that trend line towards the end of the year, crossing over to a new year, where sellers come in and pull. So what do y'all think is going to happen right here, guys? Now hitting the same exact area that we hit before. So do you think we're going to finally break out, go for a squeeze? Or do you think this is going to be a rinse and repeat trap that we dealt with before for a pull back down? So what do you guys think? What are you guys thinking right now? Because I know a lot of us are against the wall right now, trying to figure out, could we get back above this 85 level and squeeze and create a new high of day? Or could we actually pull back underneath? Yeah, and that's all it's about, Queen. It's all about understanding, and I'm glad you're doing that. And it's all about understanding the psychological levels, understanding the psychology behind it. That's what it is. It's all about understanding psychological levels. And see right here how we just keep, like I said, these are weekly candles. These are not daily candles, guys. These are weeklies. That means Monday through Friday. So that means Monday through Friday, we failed. Monday through Friday, we failed. Monday through Friday, we failed. We failed. We had one nice little breakout last week, right before the holidays, but yet we fell right back underneath that price point. Yeah. See, that's the thing. We got that level right here. And and this is today is Wednesday. So Monday, as far as Monday through Wednesday, so far performance on this candle is still showing weakness. Look at this. So right here, this is Wednesday. Look at this. Wednesday. We fall underneath what price point? That 685.80. See that? Look at that candle. So we still have yet to go back up to those highs. Monday's highs. Wednesday, we're falling back underneath. So all I want to do, because I'm trying to help us out as best as I can. So all I'm doing is taking this old level here. Play that candle's close. What was that candle's close? So that candle's close, and that high was around, okay, the high was around, all right, 85.80, which is what I have. Okay, and the close was around 70, 79. So 71. So that close, which is really not too much of a difference. Let me see. The close itself was around, what it was? 70. Oh shoot. What was it again? The close. Not the close, the open. I'm sorry. The open. 85.67. So it's not too far from each other. I'm at the open. 85.67. So yeah, that's not too far from each other. It's like, yeah, they like right there. And I'm basing off this candle here. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the candle. Look what it's doing right now. Where we at? 84.90. Today Wednesday. Remember that. So we cannot hold these levels. Still. Hitting that trend line. Look at that. Red trend line. Upper shadow. Uh-oh. Especially if we fall underneath that candle's close. That red-green candle's close. That's not going to, because that means that you can't hold your gains. So also, let's take that candle's close. Make a duplicate copy of you. And move you down right about here. Because that means if that candle gets taken out, yeah, you definitely should about to get weak. You definitely about to get weak. Because what was that candle's open? That was 83.94. Roughly 84. 83.94. I'm just trying to figure these out. I'm trying to help us out as much as I can. As much as I can. As we go into next week. So right there, that's that candle's close. So right now, we're falling underneath. Oh, yep. Because that means that we fall underneath that candle's close. That means that can turn, that support would no longer be support. Because, all right, let me tell you what I mean by this, guys. Okay. And what I'm trying to do. Okay. So you see how that candle's close, right? I'm sorry, when that candle's open, because the color's up here, because the gray candle closes up and your red candle closes down. But okay, but you see how this candle's open here, right? It's kind of being utilized on this candle support. You see how they're utilizing it to bounce? However, if that candle was to close underneath that candle's open, that's turned back to resistance. So that means that the next week coming up, that this area alone is going to turn to resistance. And that means more downside is coming. Now y'all see what I'm doing? So that means that those buyers are giving back all their gains off of this candle alone. So if that candle closes underneath that candle's open, that area is no longer support. Because you see right now, because this is the candle that we in right now for this week. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because remember, these are weekly candles. So that means that last week open, this little area here, is acting as support for this candle, right? So that means that buyers that we need to stay above at this time, this week, we need to stay above 80, roughly, well, we might as well say 84. We need to stay above 84. However, if we lose 84, and start to see 83.50 and so forth, and that candle closes this way, that ain't good. Because you're already getting hammered underneath that trend line once again. You can clearly see that. Trend line hold up as a strong resistance, clearly. So that means more downside could be coming. So that means that that area, that trend line is gonna hold up as strong support, a strong resistance once again. That's what that means. That bad boy can hold up as resistance once again. And we see on how powerful it was before. So, with that being said, again, if we go back this way, last time we hit that trend line was in 2021, 2022. Right there. Look at that. Bam, rejection. Bam, rejection. Market sell off for a whole entire year. Look at that. 2022, dump. After that red trend line, fell all the way down to the green trend line. See how far we fell? See that dump? From red to green. See that? Right in that range, red to green, from tops to bottoms. And then from bottoms, try to move his way right back up to the top. See that? Then he went from green to red. So, if that level holds, yeah, I might say, guys, I'll say gear up. I'll say gear up for some. Huh? Hello?
Where's your car?
Y'all here?
Where's your car?
Oh, we'll talk about it. Y'all here, ain't y'all? Well, why my thing went off? You know you're on my live stream, right? All right. Bye. Guys, let me open up for the queen. I hope she ain't bring baby girl in this cold weather. Guys, give me a minute. Let me open up the door for the queen real quick. Oh god, that mean little hyper boy gonna be over here. He gonna be being loud on my live stream. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, give me a minute. Be right back. No, wait. Shh. I know, be quiet. All right, guys, I'm back. Guys, let me. Y'all want to see baby girl? Y'all want me to show y'all baby girl real quick? Huh?
Hello, this is Mama.
Oh, tell everybody here.
Hi, Mama.
Yeah, you can. All right, guys, I'm about to introduce y'all to my baby girl real quick, man. Hold on. Yeah, guys, I'm about to show y'all my daughter real quick, man. Hold on, give me a minute. She's taking out. Oh, baby girl. Here she is, guys. I know, trying to get the vision on. Baby girl. Trying to get the camera fixed. No. Now the camera want to act all up right now. Why is it acting all blurry now? There we go. Here you go, guys. Jaslyn. You're welcome, big boy. You're welcome.
Huh?
I know. Shh. I'm on live stream. I'm trying to see if I can bring up a little bit. No, she, because I don't like. I know. Wait, stop. See.
I just meant so cute.
Baby girl, man. So now y'all see.
Says,
Daddy,
guys like you.
Haha.
Dad, get Audrey, please, Dad. Get Audrey mine.
She hasn't even opened them.
Oh, we seen them with eyes open.
No, she don't.
Jtraedz says, lucky man.
Mouth wide open.
Right. Hold on. Hold on.
But now y'all see, guys, why I fight. Why I fight every day, like I said, for my kids, man. I love my children. It's a blessing, man. I mean, I'm grateful, man. I can't. Ray, go close it. I'm on my live. Shh, go back.
Jeremiah.
Go back.
Jeremiah.
No, go back.
Jtraedz says,
Hey, don't go inside. Hi, guys.
Look, she's smiling. Guys. No, she was.
Go play with your toys.
No, it's mine now.
Right now.
Trying to see if she's gonna smile. Ugh.
beautiful. Jtraedz says, so blessed. Jtraedz says, so cute.
She said, how do you wake me up?
Hey, Jazz.
Let me see. Come here. Come here. Let me see.
Jtraedz
I'm coming.
says, oh my god, same eyes as you.
Hey, no, Ray, calm down, Ray. Yeah, go in the room. That means Jason is sleeping. Yeah, guys. So now y'all see, man, why I fight every day, man. But yeah, I thought I had my my old childhood pictures out to show y'all. If I had my my old school pictures, let me see if I can bring up my old. See if I can bring it up real quick. I used to have some old pictures.
Jason's sleeping, baby.
Jay sleeping, Ray.
Daddy,
Hmm.
where's the
Jason's
mom?
sleeping. You
Where's
gotta
the
wait.
mom?
It might be on his bed.
Huh?
It might be on the bed.
Jay,
Yeah, Jay. I mean Ray. But yeah, guys. But yeah, now that we went over the market and everything, but now y'all got to see my baby girl too, man. But now y'all see why I fight, man. I mean, I love my kids, man. I do the best that I can. You know, it's always a a reason for me to live, a reason for me to keep going, man. And God bless, for the queen herself. Hell of a mom. She does a hell of a job, to take care of our kids, man. And now we have a beautiful baby girl in the picture now. And we're definitely going to do the best that we can to give them a better life. And, and I thank you guys for your love and support for sure.
Daddy,
Mm.
I found a more.
Good job.
Dad,
Okay. Shh. Okay. I was trying to see if I had my, God dang it. I know I had my. About to say it.
Jtraedz has donated $3.
Alright, guys. So here, guys. Here's one of my pictures when I was small. So y'all think she got big eyes like me? That's my old picture when I was small. Me and my grandmother. So. Let me see. I'm trying to compare. Let me see.
Jtraedz says, so cute.
Yeah, so I'm trying to compare our picture together. So let me see. Where's my so I had one saved to her. Where did I save that? Let me see. Let me try to compare it real quick.
My little Minnie Mouse.
Ugh.
Tladala says, Happy New Year.
Baby.
Tell her Happy New Year. Yeah, guys. Yeah.
the cheesy no walking.
Come here.
There's a cheesy no walking.
Everybody here real quick.
Hi, guys.
Wait, say everybody.
Hi.
Alright, love you, man. Alright, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on TV.
There's a cheesy no walking.
I'm gonna help you.
There's no walking.
I know, man. I'm gonna come on. I know, go ahead.
We're no walking.
I'm coming.
No, dog gonna get affected. I help you. No, dog gonna affected.
Jesus.
No, dog gonna affected.
I'm coming, big boy. Jesus. Oh, man. Ah, Lord. Well, yeah, guys, I do have the baby in them here, man. I definitely want to do. I'll spend some time with the baby and everything, man. What time it is right now? About to be 12:35. And he's opening up his Christmas gifts and everything. Cause I don't want to leave everybody early, but she sneezed. Oh, that baby girl, man. But yeah, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go spend some time with my baby girl, man, and cause again, I don't want to leave y'all early. But so what I'm gonna do is this is what I'm gonna do. Nadia, Alcy, Taylor, everybody. Okay, as I mentioned before, we're gonna be starting a small account challenge next week, since we'll have a full trading week. And also we're gonna do a boot camp, and the things that I mentioned about the boot camp, this is what we're gonna be breaking down. Cause I didn't know they was coming. That was a shock. Yeah, it took me off guard on that one. Let me see. Let me go over the lessons. This is what we're gonna be breaking down for next week too, as well. You know, to help us become better traders. You know, like what's stopping us from becoming great traders. And Nadia and Alcy, we already went over this. We're gonna go over the Breaking Bad method. Yeah. Monday. We're gonna start fresh Monday, cause I put everything in my account. You know, starting with 100, Nadia, and we're gonna get the ball rocking and rolling.
Daddy.
Hmm.
Thank you, Dad.
You welcome, man. He's happy about his gifts I got him, man. You welcome, big boy. I'm coming, man. So as soon as I get up there live, I'm gonna go open it, okay?
Okay. Can I
Alright.
have my toy?
Yeah, big boy. Go ahead.
No?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Can you wait?
Yeah, just
Right.
look. Bring it over here, Ray. I know I gotta get up the live. I know. I'm coming. Yeah, bring it up.
I get caught.
Jesus, my boy. Well, yeah, guys. But yeah, Nadia. But we're gonna start next week. We're gonna start Wednesday. We're gonna go over every, these Breaking Bad methods. We're gonna go over, having the wrong mindset, not having a detailed plan, unstable work ethic, losing trade syndrome, losing money per trade, lack of track LOT, and not having enough patience.
Go and enjoy your beautiful family. Have safe and blessed night. Let's grow in 2026.
Yes, ma'am. And also look, and I'm gonna have this little thing set up too, so y'all can see my I'm gonna put my P&L on here too. Where did I put it at?
LOL.
Where's my little P&L thing that I have? Let me go to it. Shh, Ray, shh. I'm on my live. I know. Go back. I know, I'm open. I know. Hold on, Ray. He's so excited. I'm excited to have him here too, though. There we go. So right here, guys, I'm gonna have my P&L thing set up.
Go have fun.
Yeah. So right here, guys, this is for the small account challenge. I'm gonna have two of them set up. So I'm gonna have one set for the call side, and I'm gonna have one set for the put side, so you know which ones I'm gonna attack. So I'm also have the P&L, show you how much I'm gonna be making until I close out my trade. So Ray, go back. I'm coming. Okay. Yeah. So so I'm gonna have, like I said, one side focus on my longs, one side focus on my shorts, and I'm gonna have everything right here in motion, guys, so y'all can see my, how much I'm up, what I'm making on the day, and so forth, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave everybody, man. I do have my family here, man, my baby girl. Spend as much time with them as I can, because life is short and tomorrow's not promised to us. But guys, I do want to wish everybody a happy and blessed and safe New Year. Don't forget, guys, the market is closed tomorrow, so do not be trading. We will be getting reset and ready for Monday. Because instead of Friday, guys, I want y'all to enjoy y'all time, man. I mean, because Friday is not that serious. Take these 2 days off, to reflect, to get yourself together, to get yourself, refreshing for now 2026. Not bringing up those habits.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
And Queen, and also let me show you some love for the donation too. Appreciate you too. I forgot to see some love for that too. So thank you so much for that. Chat. Also, thank you for the super thanks. Appreciate you, Queen. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And you already know. And as usual, guys, W chat. And you already know, W mods. Appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. Definitely thank y'all for everything. And again, thank y'all once again for, I put the wrong thing. Thank y'all for helping me get above the 1K mark, man. So that was a blessing, and we're going to keep on going, guys. So next key level, I'm trying to go for 1,500 to 2,000 subs, because we're trying to reach out to as many people as we can. And, you guys subbing, man, it means a lot to me. You guys liking my videos, it means a lot. Commenting means a lot, man. It goes a long way, because it makes me feel important that, people... It makes me feel important, and part of you guys' lives. And I told you that I'm never gonna let you guys down. And I thank y'all so much for everything that you guys do. If you are new to my channel, man, please hit that subscribe button. It's free 99. It goes a long way. If you already subscribed, like, share, comment, and you know, to get the algorithms up and running. And like I said, man, 2026, guys, is gonna be a new start, new chapter for all of us, man. So other than that, I'm about to leave everybody be. Let me go ahead and put the sign off, man. You guys, like I said, refresh, enjoy your new year, man. Again, just gonna be starting off 2026. We got a long way to go, man. So we'll be having a small account challenge starting Monday. Y'all already know what time it is. So just go ahead and take some, breather, relax, and I'll see you guys for Money Monday. Once again, man, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and happy New Year's, and I wish everybody nothing but love, success, and many blessings in life, and and as we create these new chapters going in from 2026 and beyond. So y'all know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Y'all already know what time it is. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, stay blessed, stay safe, happy New Year's, and I will see y'all Monday. Y'all know what it is. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.